Hey there, everybody. Oh, yep. Yeah, this is a continuation. I'm pretty much watching this Slayer season. Well, I'm playing Alpha Protocol and watching a Slayer season a day to fix an injustice, to fix a horrible deed with the hammer of justice that had happened recently. Actually, I got a little thing since my last little review. My friend's kid actually watched Slayers. Two things happened. One, I need to resurface a couple discs, one of the discs in the copy that I gave him. I need to resurface my copy. It cost me about $6-7. It shouldn't be that hard. The next thing is he's already on Next now. He actually spent an entire day and watched the marathon. He doesn't mind it. It's really old, but he says it's okay. So it's nice to hear that, I've been able to get someone else to watch an amazing old series. So I finished Slayers, and I'm now finished. I'm now on Next. Slayers Next, which actually is a little bit of a hit and miss awesome for me. A part of me loves this series. A part of me kind of like there's bits and pieces I don't like, but there's bits and pieces I love in it. All in all, a great series. All in all, an amazing series. But there is that hit and miss for me. And I gotta say one more thing about something. I really gotta get a computer. I gotta either pick up a USB mic that actually picks up stereo sound, so you actually can hear me on both tones, or figure out some way to move the program I'm using, because I'm recording this and it only records on mono. I can't seem to get it to record on stereo. I gotta figure out how to do that. I'll be working on getting that done for the next couple days, so that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Because I hate running one computer to do the audio and then have to move the programming to another computer. It's getting in the way. So yeah, so this is Slayers Next, a really good series, and this is a continuation of the seasons. I guess technically they're just season 1, 2, and 3, but I actually they can almost be a standalone. They can act as a standalone just as well as just another season. And what can I say about this one? This one is, like I said before, a little bit of a love-hate. It features all the characters from the original one, plus two new brand new characters. Martina, which worships the god Zamagustar, or I mean the monster Zamagustar, which she made up herself, which is actually kind of funny. I get a good laugh on that. Because she worships this it just makes me laugh. Worships this, basically she creates her own entity and worships it, and it's just kind of funny because she just loves this. It's kind of funny. She just the weird thing, this weird entity that she uses is just so hysterical, because sometimes it actually works for her. And I guess she's I kind of make the joke, like, she's so skilled with magic, but she has literal magic training. She's actually able to actually create curses, actually create out of sheer will. Which is really kick-ass if you think about it, although she never actually knows how to properly use it. The second thing is the beloved character. This actually, everyone seems to love this character, the mysterious priest Zelos. And this character is fun. He's enjoyable. He's such a douche. And you don't know how many people... It seems like some of the douchebag characters always get the most love in series. And I can't deny I love this character. He's one of my more favorite characters in the series. So what's the storyline for this one? Well, This one goes all over the place. Actually, it's kind of like at first Lena's trying to get the Leo's trying to get the Claire Bible to help Zelgadis out. Well, not really to help, like, steal it for herself, but she wants the Claire Bible for, basically so she can get some magical information and, just gain more magical knowledge and gain more powers. Elgatus is trying to change his form back because he's sick of being kind of this chimera being. And then the second thing happens where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like they all kind of meet up in the Martina's a princess. They end up meeting up in her country, which I can't remember the name of it because they actually mention it quite a lot. It's kind of sad. I should know this. So basically, basically, they end up destroying in typical Slayer fashion. They end up destroying destroying her Martina's kingdom. And then Martina's like been running around trying to figure out how, like, get revenge on Lena Inverse because Lena, you decide to use it as dragon slave. And then after that, they end up because they meet Amelia, they meet Zelgadis. After that fact, I still get a good laugh. I still love that one scene. There's a scene where Zelgadis is like, well, I'm going to have to fight you guys because, I need the Claire Bible to get the information I need. So I'm sorry, I have to fight you guys. Well, unfortunately, this has no info because the manuscript that they have. This Claire Bible's like the ultimate truth, the ultimate knowledge. I guess it's best way to put it in D&D terms is the Graham Grimoire. Or the Grimoire of a Legacy. I can't remember what it's called. There's actually something similar to this. The thing of an item of infinite knowledge that exists in, I think, D&D. I can't remember what edition it is. There is something that has almost every spell recorded in history, and I'd have to like do some more research. I don't know if there's actually a campaign about it. I just remember someone mentioning something way back when. So anyway, they find out that like the information's not there, and I just love it. It's like, okay, if they, Delgadis, as long as they haven't betrayed me, they have my loyalty. Well, they kind of betrayed you. Well, I can't. He switches sides in a heartbeat. So he's basically looking for that. He's basically looking for that manuscript, and so basically she's like, well, why don't we all join forces and we'll all look for the manuscript together? And basically they go to Amelia's kingdom. Yeah, I guess it's Cyrad, I think it's the name, or is it Seirun? I think it's the kingdom of Seirun. It's either one of the two. They're both refeatured in the series in this one. So yeah, they go to both cities are kind of refeatured in the series. They both kind of go to both locations. So I'll kind of get to that later. So basically, they go here. They have to deal with a plot with the king. They have to deal with a plot with the crown prince, with the crown prince, which I didn't want to mention for this series. I'm gonna kind of leave a lot out. So, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. Amelia's a princess, and so basically, her father, someone tried to assassinate her father, which, by the way, that's also a very fun moment because of what he does and how he dresses. So basically, they try to like get rid of the plot to find this evil, to get rid of this villain. And it gets kind of funny, like, wow, man, does that kingdom have a tragic backstory? I'm gonna leave it out because they kind of mention it, but holy crap, does this have a tragic backstory? No word of a lie, probably one of the more tragic backstories out there. Actually, it's about as bad as England. Yeah, you could literally say, well, yeah, England, you could literally say is probably the most violent. Like, England's up there with Rome and a couple other places. It's just like, yeah, Rome's pretty bad too. Rome was horrible. Egypt was, I guess, I'd have to reread Egypt's history, but yeah, they have a pretty tragic history. So basically, they end up finding out that monsters are after them. And because they find out monsters are after, well, they're after Lena in particular, they basically try to find an ultimate spell to kill monsters. And Lena actually learns a brand new spell. She actually learns a spell that I have to mention it because it is very prominent in the series, called the Ragna Blade. Really cool spell. And it's actually a really cool looking spell. I like it. It's kind of neat. I enjoy it. So yeah, so she ends up learning a brand new spell, and they basically, for the entire series, they're basically trying to run from this like really powerful monster. They end up just fighting their way through all this stuff, and it's really, enjoyable. This one has a lot more. I find this one's a little bit more funny, and I actually make references to the fact that Martina's in it, and Martina's actually a hysterical character. And they introduced tennis, which I actually kind of thought was funny. Tennis was the tennis episode I enjoyed. I loved. Another episode I actually liked was the the Hulu episode, the episode where they're in like a Hawaii setting is kind of funny. Okay, I love it for two reasons. They, in English, do the song. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the English voice actress says, "In Japanese," and then they sing the song in Japanese, which is really, really, really funny. I get a good laugh every time I see that. It's in Japanese. She shows up. It's just because that's kind of funny, because like they actually have the Japanese voice actresses sing a song in the series, and I gotta say this right now: when they sing that song, it is hysterical. Listening to Zelgada sing the song to them, and then have these two voice actresses, which clearly cannot sing. Oh my goodness, these girls can't sing. If they can sing, wow, it's bad. It's really, 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 really bad. Clearly cannot sing. And it's funny because they think they're like casting this ultimate spell. Well, the ultimate spell doesn't really end up just having a bunch of lights and a bunch of roses fall from the sky. It is one of the most funny and damn things to watch. It is enjoyable. I get a good laugh every time. The tennis episode's really fun too. Just because I love what Zelos does. Zelos does the most funny thing out there. He's like, just steals the racket. Like, okay, they use these magical rackets to bat the ball. They like to like create these like almost magical fireballs. And they use these magic. Actually, you know what? I gotta say this. Their tennis game, it's clearly tennis. I know they say it's not. That would actually be more fun if the objective was to hit your opponent. That would be awesome. I'm sorry, like, I think I would actually have more fun watching tennis if Serena and Venus Williams were like nailing people in the face. As long as they're not nailing me in the face, it would be fun watching those two just kick the crap out of people. Because I swear, when they hit a tennis, if Venus hits a tennis ball at you, you'd be unconscious. Just Who wouldn't mind seeing full contact tennis? Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm sorry, that would be cool. Full contact tennis would be awesome. And I even love the fact that Lena Cat uses the magical energy to create a dragon slave tennis shot, which is hysterical. It's a really good thing. I enjoyed it. I thought that episode, I was laughing the entire time. The dragon episode where they're actually they want to try dragon meat for the first time. It's kind of funny because they end up getting screwed over. It's like, oh great, we killed the dragon. We can get dragon cuisine. Awesome. And it's like, yeah, you gotta boil the poison, remove this, remove that, do this, do that. And they get screwed over. There's also a twist in that episode. And now that's just fun. It's just all totally fun. This one, it seems like there weren't as many glitches. Like the original Slayers had a couple glitches here and there. Next, that seems like they cleared it up. So they fixed a lot of that. We get our favorite. You get my favorite character, Celia, which I liked her. I still like her. I actually think she's more cool because I'm spoiling a little bit of her, and she has. I'm gonna have to spoil a little bit just because she is one of my more favorite characters. She can cast. She specializes in one black magic spell. What black magic spell does she specialize in? The Dragon Slave. I mean, this is an insanely powerful priestess, like a powerful shrine maiden, a very powerful white magic user, and she learns one of the most, if not the most powerful black magic spell. I would even go far as saying the other spells that are found in the second part of the Slayer series that Lena casts, technically, I actually would refer to them in as another category, referring to them as chaos magic, because technically that's what it is. It's not really black magic. It's going far beyond that at that point. But yeah, no, her learning the Dragon Slave is just overall funny. This girl can't even cast a flare arrow properly, but she can cast a Dragon Slave. That is nuts. Actually, she might even be able to cast. I think she can cast Resurrection, which is pretty awesome. Like, she's a pretty powerful white caster of white magic, unlike Amelia, who focuses more on white and shaman, and who focuses on a kind of a cross between. I guess she's a cross class if we were to use the D&D terms. She's a dual class character. But no, like seriously, that's actually like she's a really powerful white. She's a really powerful cleric. It's really kind of fun, and she's a fun character overall. Again, holy crap, does she? Okay, I have come to two things. I feel so sorry for her in this Slayer series. I feel sorry for her. I really do. She has one of the most saddest, like, depressing moments. It's so depressing. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, get ready to go, oh man, that sucks. That is really sad to have happen, and like I feel really bad for her. I feel really bad for all the characters. I mean, this one gets pretty bad. This one gets pretty raw, pretty like dark, especially heading towards the end and the end game, the last little bit, the last two episodes. It kind of goes a little bit Dragon Ball Z-ish, but yeah, the last two episodes, holy crap, does it get just really dark. Like, okay, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. The first person who bites it is the little girl. Is the preteen gets bites it first, and she bites it hard. And it just everyone pretty much, but only Lena doesn't die. And that also bugs me a little bit. Not gonna lie, where it was kind of like the last part of Slayers, it was actually a combination of multiple characters that win the fight. It was only Lena that won this fight. So now a little bit of my gripes. There's two things I didn't like. There's two primary things. That was the one thing I didn't like. I also didn't like the fact that, honestly, well, I could say three things technically, because one thing I didn't like is that I would have liked it if Gallery and Lena never went through a little bit of the romantic route. I actually would have been way better if they would have just continued to, if they would have stayed permanent friends. I actually would have made the series a little bit more cooler. But, because we never see that in series. I want to see that. Like, I have female friends. I have no interest in having any relationship with them. There's no love between us. There's no anything between us. We're just friends. And that's where it stayed. And I have no problem with that. And they have no problem with that. I don't treat them any different from any other of my guy friends and vice versa. You know, so the idea of, oh, let's have a romance just kind of bothered me a little bit. I didn't like that. That's my only not like to the series overall. And they could have done something cooler at the end, and actually, if they would have changed it a little bit, they could have had some fun with it. But other than that, the series is an amazing series. Honestly, my rating on this one is going to be I guess a 9.5. You know what? I'll say a 9.9. No, a 9.8. That sounds right. 9.8. That is my final ruling on this one. Because even though it loses a little bit of points, it's still an amazing series. Still a fun series. It's totally worth watching. Top notch. Best of the best. Still a great series. For an old series, it still keeps me interested. And yeah, so that's my little review of Slayers Next. I'm kind of a little bit happy I don't do clip shows right now because I just don't feel it would be right. I'd rather prefer have people go and me talk about something and just either go in that direction and find it. Maybe I should do a clip show, but I'm leaving it as it is. What you're getting is what you see. I might in the future do a clip show. I'm in a serious debate about how far I want to take this, if I should go clip show or not, because I truly enjoy the series. And I think it would be more fun to have someone actually hear someone so excited about it and actually go and see it than to just show little tips and little pips here and there of the series. I guess that's just me. I don't know. We'll see how it goes as future things. I may actually redo them later on because I do have all the stuff to do this. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Next is Slayer's Try, and then we'll be starting something completely new. Slayer's Revolutions, and Revolution R. I have never seen this part of Slayers. This is a new thing that they did. It's kind of like watching Red Dwarf X for me. I'm hoping for awesome. And if it was anything like Red Dwarf X, except for like Back to Earth, I actually enjoyed it. My only gripes with Back to Earth was it just there was only one little pip to Back to Earth, but other than that, it was enjoyable. Actually, Red Dwarf X has one of the most coolest moments I've ever seen in a sci-fi series. uh, anyway, that's my stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed what what I'm shooting out. And 9.8, Slayer's Next. Slayer Tries coming up. All right, talk to you guys later.